Google is crazy. Like, they released so much updates that it, those updates should have been spread across should have been spread across 3 years, But we had the updates just once. We had about 13 updates in the recently concluded Google AI Whole conference. So, because we are AI geeks, let's run through it. So the first one is the Gemini Live.
Remember everything that's on this page because I'm going to quiz you afterwards.
Okay, I'm ready. Fire away with your questions.
Sweet. What was the title of the diagram?
The title of the diagram is The Sky of Hidden Colors.
Nice. In what context was the stars of the Milky Way mentioned here?
The stars of the Milky Way were mentioned in the context of visible light. The text explains that our eyes can only see a narrow range of light, and the Milky Way is visible within that range. The diagram is showing that there's a whole sky of hidden colors that becomes visible when we use equipment sensitive to wavelengths beyond what our eyes can detect.
Sweet. Can you give me a fun mnemonic to help me remember all the kinds of light that's mentioned?
Sure. Try this. Really mad insects visited Uncle Xavier's garden. It covers radio, microwave, infrared, visible, ultraviolet, X-ray, and gamma ray.
Sweet, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
So Gemini Live will be free for both iOS and Android, and it can connect to your calendar, your task, and even the plans you made on your phone. The next one would blow your mind. Imagine 4. It creates image gen 4. It creates the most realistic AI image that you can ever think of. So we have done something on image gen 4. Believe me, it is incredible. Yeah. So we also have the VEO3. Now, the VEO3 is the video production model for the Google AI Studio. We had VEO2, and the VEO3 model is going to be using native sound, that is background sounds. The AI will be generating the native audio from the image itself, from the video you generated.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might. And she commands your awe with every breaking light.
Deep research is now multimodal. So if you watched my prompt engineering video, you'll notice that I said something like the deep research model is not multimodal for Gemini, but guess what? It's now multimodal. So what multimodal means is that you can, input, you can upload images, screenshots, documents, basically to assist the AI in the research. And yeah, we also have Project Astra. Project Astra is basically the proactive helper that Gemini has just made.
I remember as a child playing till it got dark outside to make sure I could still play guitar without being able to see. I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa when I was probably about 4 years old. My vision is actively deteriorating, but, music has been something that I can continue to do with the closing in of my visual reality. I feel free when I'm playing music. If Project Astra can help me be more independent, it would be, the greatest thing ever. Touring, for example, I love it because I get to go out and go to places I've never been before and meet new people, but it definitely is becoming more difficult.
Hello there.
Hello. Can you tell me what you see in this green room while I scan around?
I see a sign on the wall in the direction you're facing. The sign says Wi-Fi network, the Gray Eagle, and the password is live music.
Thank you very much. Can you help me locate a microphone stand?
Sure, I can help with that. Do you mind if I turn on the flashlight?
Yes, please.
I see a wall with several coiled cables, and what look like mic stands towards the top right in the video.
The most powerful thing I can do is to get on stage, pick up my guitar, and play. Helps people understand that there's more than just blind or not blind, disability and ability. If Project Astra could help me along the way, I'm all for it.
Have a great time at your show.
We also have Google Flow. So Google Flow, it's like the AI filmmaking, the amalgamation of everything in the AI filmmaking. So it uses the feature of image gen and also VO3 to generate the audio, image gen to generate the video, and also Gemini to generate the prompts.
I don't know if I'm on the right path, but I'm trying to find it. I'm questioning, searching, and then something shifts, and I'm not trying anymore. I'm just doing. And all of the pieces start falling into place.
It all feels pretty clear in my head. I see these flashes of possibilities, almost like I'm traveling through dimensions.
I'm looking down at myself and my characters in these different worlds, and it's almost coming to life on their own, even though I know I'm in control of that narrative. It feels like it's almost building upon itself at some point. You could have an infinite amount of endings to your story.
So the work isn't built brick by brick by brick. It blooms like a spontaneous garden. It grows naturally, fully vibrant and complete.
I'm not forcing it. I'm just finding it. And that's when I know I'm in the right place.
So yeah, it's mind blowing. Another feature that Google released is the real-time translation in Google Meet.
Let me turn on speech translation. It's nice to finally talk to you. Es bueno hablarte finalmente. No puedo esperar a alquilar tu casa.
Te vas a divertir mucho. Creo que te va a encantar. You're going to have a lot of fun, and I think you're going to love visiting the city. The house is in a very nice neighborhood and overlooks the mountains.
That sounds wonderful. Is the house
Eso suena maravilloso. ¿Es la casa cercana al transporte público o recomiendas alquilar un coche?
Hay un autobús cerca, pero there's a bus nearby, but I would recommend renting a car so you can visit the nature and enjoy it.
That sounds great.
Eso suena genial.
Now, this might not seem a lot special because I think Microsoft Copilot has same or similar thing, and I think I have a similar feature on my phone, wherein you can speak to me and I can do live translate. So yeah, it's not too special, but rolling it out on Google Meet it's fantastic because Now you don't have to deal with any language barrier. You don't have to deal with any language barrier. You can simply just, speak to anyone across the globe. So if you are a business leader that sells your product across multiple countries, you don't need to. You can converse with them in their own language, provided you have the paid plan, and yeah, you can use the AI model. However, they didn't necessarily say that or specify whether both parties have to have, the Google AI paid plan, in order to be able to use the live translation. They didn't necessarily say that, but like I said, from the one, on my phone, I can say that the person over there doesn't necessarily have to have, the Google AI plan. You can just, or I think the person doesn't necessarily have to have the Google AI plan. You can just, speak this language, provided you have, so you can translate on your end. So the feature for the real-time translation, Google said they are rolling it out in Spanish and in English, and they are going to use other languages, as they are going to roll out other languages as time, as time unfolds. So, yeah, what other AI updates is there? So yeah, they have updated the agent mode on Gemini app. You can simply just identify the role that you want Gemini to take, and yeah, it's just going to shoot up and perform in that role.
For you and two roommates in Austin, you've each got a budget of $1,200 a month. You want a washer dryer or at least a laundromat nearby. Normally, you'd have to spend a lot of time scrolling through endless listings. Using agent mode, the Gemini app goes to work behind the scenes. It finds listings from sites like Zillow that match your criteria. If there's an apartment you want to check out, Gemini uses MCP to access the listings and even schedule a tour on your behalf. And it'll keep browsing for new listings for as long as you need, freeing you up to do the stuff you want to do, like plan the housewarming party. An experimental version of the agent mode in the Gemini app will be coming soon to subscribers.
Google Juice. This is for my coding guys. Yeah, Google Juice is for reading, writing, fixing bugs, updating dependencies. Yeah, it's better now. It's better. At least according to them at the HIO conference. Yeah, it's better, and it integrates with GitHub. So yeah, seamless integration, and yeah.
Synchronous coding agent. Here's how to get started. First, head to jules.google.com, sign up, and authenticate with GitHub. Jules needs access to your repos to do its job. Once installed, select the repo that you want Jules to work on and start entering your prompt. Once you enter your prompt, hit Give me a plan, and Jules will immediately get to work. You can ask Jules to do anything you'd normally open a PR for, like fix bugs, add tests, upgrade packages, write docs, and more. Jules clones your repo into a secure cloud VM, understands your code base, and starts working in the background. You'll get updates in real time and can pause or redirect the task at any point. Once Jules gives you a plan, you can hit approve it, and Jules will start coding. Jules updates you as it goes, and it will add all of its code right here in the side panel. And you can open this up to see a full diff of everything that Jules has added. Once Jules is done, it will create a new branch of proposed changes. You can review, test, and merge these as usual. Jules does its work asynchronously, so you can get back to doing other things like working on other projects, writing documentation, getting coffee, or going for a bike ride. That's it. You're up and running. Go to jules.google.com and start coding together with Jules.
We also have a mind-blowing update again, which is connecting AI to your search. So AI mode in search, it's currently ongoing. I mean, you currently use it, connecting AI to the Google Chrome. It's currently there in the search bar. In fact, if I search for something on my end, it first of all gives me the response of Gemini before I can then, go ahead to look at other sites.
I can't help it if I'm up and see them watching. It's outrageous how this flavor got him shook. Hold up. I feel fabulous. Show me how you go. Work it out. I hit it bad with a brand new style. Bring it up into the flow, get wild. We turning up all the way on the down. Like work it out. Come and show me what you're all about.
What else should I do to make it stronger?
To
make it stronger, consider adding more triangles to the design.
There's more than enough. Let it rain on you, 'cause you're fabulous. FABULOUS every day like that. If you want it, come get it. No disrespect. Work it out. I hit it back with a brand new style. Bring it up into the floor, get wild. We turning up all the way on the down. Like work it out. Come and show me what you're all about. I'ma shout it real loud and proud. Like, baby, I'm work it out. I hit it back with a brand new style. Bring it up into the floor, get wild. We turning up all the way on the down. Like work it out. Come and show me what you're all about. FABULOUS every day like that. If you want it, come get it. No disrespect.
What this helps you do is that it can toggle between web pages, and it can toggle between web pages autonomously and summarize the different web pages and all that. So it's a brilliant update. We also have the Google Beam. So the Google Beam is like it turns 2D presentations or 2D video streams to 3D, video streams. So it's a brilliant one. And this particular update that I'm about to mention is like it's the future, really. It's the future where AI model is going to be can be integrated to any device. So welcome the Gemma 3N model. So the Gemma 3N model is basically open source AI model that runs on as low as 2 gigabytes of RAM. 2 gigabytes, just 2 gigabytes of RAM. The Gemma 3N can successfully run on this. And this is the future of AI. AI models have to be able to integrate with every device, even the seemingly low device. You have to have some AI models that can,
Today, we're incredibly excited to introduce Gemma 3N. This marks a significant moment for us, as Gemma 3N is our latest model focused on unlocking compelling on-device experiences and leveraging the power of portable compute. The N in Gemma 3N highlights its direct lineage and connection to our nano-sized models, signifying its core design around efficiency and state-of-the-art on-device performance.
Of course, the capacity differs. That's a no-brainer. The capacity differs. However, the power of this Gemma 3N would even be indistinguishable for you compared to other models. So you can try it out in the Google AI Studio, and you see the power of Gemma 3N. Another update that is, and by the way, Gemma 3N is so powerful that it's trained on about 4 billion parameter. It's a 4 billion parameter model. Really, it's a 4 billion parameter model. And as powerful as this AI model is, it can still run on your local device that is just 2 gigabytes of RAM. Incredible. So another update that it's mind-blowing is virtual try-on. It solves the problem of you want to buy clothes, you don't know how the clothes will fit on you. Especially shopping is going to be integrated to the shopping tool, so that you could just upload your picture, and before you buy the clothes, you could see that the clothes would actually look good on you. So that's why it's called virtual try-on. So you basically try those clothes on. Yeah, just try those clothes on.
And I really like this blue one. I click on this button to try it on. It asks me to upload a picture, which takes me to my camera roll. I have many pictures here. I'm going to pick one that is full length and a clear view of me, and off it goes. While it's processing, I'll show you what's happening behind the scenes. To create a try-on experience that works at scale, we need a deep understanding of the human body and how clothing looks on it. To do this, we built a custom image generation model specifically trained for fashion. Wow, and it's back. I have to say, I love a live demo when it works.
And yeah, for my people, my Notebook LM people, if you use Notebook LM, you would know the reason why it's special. So Notebook LM is special because it's trained on the data that you want it to be trained on. So it's you particularly determine the data you want to train it on, and that's what it gives you. That's what it returns. So if you populate it with data such as, let's say, you populate it with text on literature, with William Shakespeare's literature, the works of William Shakespeare. If you ask the AI model, that is the Notebook LM, on a question pertaining to Arms and the Man, by Bernard Shaw, it will not respond to you. It would, I mean, what's that? Like, what are you asking me? So yeah, that's one of the advantage of Notebook LM, because it prevents hallucination. AI models are known to be doing yippee yappa, just blabbing on and on and on, and they don't know where to stop. But that's not the case for Notebook LM, because you can determine what you want to listen to or what you want it to return by training it on that data. So yeah, the update on Notebook LM is that Notebook LM will now be running on Gemini 2.5. Also, it will have a video. Like, we'll have a video. Currently we have a feature on Gemini, on Notebook LM, that can allow you to do podcast, basically. I think that was one of the features that blew Notebook LM. Yeah. So you can, if you use Notebook LM very well, you'll have, use that podcast feature where two AI voices, they are just, having a podcast session based on having a podcast session, basically based on what the data you feed it. But yeah, they are going to be introducing video, and I don't know if the video will have the same quality as BU3 model. I don't know, because I don't think it was stated. But yeah, there's going to be a video model, so watch out. So all in all, Google released so much updates that in the Gemini that could blow our mind, or that is blowing our minds. However, it's beginning to get a little expensive, in the sense that deep research has just been moved out of the free trial mode. You can no longer use the deep research in the free trial mode. It has been moved to advanced, Gemini Advanced. Another thought of mine. By the way, this podcast is unscripted. This video is unscripted. I was just buzzing with this update, and I just had to externalize my brain. So yeah, that's the reason for this video. Yeah, the Gemma 3N that works on that I said can be, would domesticate into, or can be integrated into a phone or a device with just 2 GB RAM. It's open source, and this particularly would build competitiveness. If models as powerful as this if models as powerful as this would be open source, it helps these people developing only proprietary, rather, people developing only proprietary and closed model. It helps them to compete. I don't know if I'm articulating what I want to say properly, but what I'm trying to say is that open source model, it encourages competition and it encourages innovation, in the sense that you have a model that, other people can build something on. And so, yeah, all in all, Gemma 3N is powerful, same as other AI model. For the sake of summary, let's quickly run through it. We have the Gemini Live, we have the Image Gen 4, we have the VEO3, which is rolling out. Image Gen 4 is rolling out, VEO3 is rolling out. Deep Research is now multimodal. Deep Research is now multimodal. You can now upload your screenshots, your pictures, other documents. And yeah, we have Project Astra now, which is your proactive helper. We have Google Flow, which is the AI filmmaking tool that combines video and image gen and all that. We also have the real time translation on Google Meet that will be integrated with Google Meet, and is going to be rolled out on Spanish and English. Yeah. So we also mentioned the agent mode on Gemini, that you can dictate the role now, and the Gemini model will just, take it up from there. Yeah, we also mentioned the Google Juice on coding, writing code, fixing code, and all that. We also have the AI model in search, that is, it's going to be able to summarize web pages, move across web pages, and all that. And yeah, we mentioned the Google Beam. The Google Beam is the video communication that turns 2D streams to 3D, and also Gemma 3N. And yeah, we spoke a lot about Gemma 3N and how it encourages competition, encourages innovation, and yeah, it gives the people who are gatekeeping their proprietary model a run for their money. Anyway, so yeah, and finally we mentioned the virtual try-on. So yeah, try out these models. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it's, tinker around with it, and let me know how it's helping you, and what do you think we can brainstorm on, and how you think we can use it better. So yeah, drop a comment on your thoughts. Thank you.